Okay, so I thought we'd do this video to show some of our snakes and get some advice or whatever from the people out there. So, yeah, we've got a bunch of pythons and boas over here, and we've got our two bigger boas over here in this glass tank. It does have a big heat pad on the bottom, but I still feel like they don't get as warm as they should be. So I really want to find a new enclosure for them. So if anyone has any advice for something kind of cheap or whatever, say something. So yeah, I'll start showing you each of the snakes. So this top one is our two newest babies we got at the reptile show. So here you go. Two of them in here. So here's our spider ball. And they're about a month old, I think, somewhere like that. He's a good eater, but the pastel down here isn't as good. But yeah, really pretty, and he does do the spider wobble, unfortunately. He probably won't do it right now, but he does it every once in a while, and it's really creepy. Here's the pastel. We call her Paris. Yeah, of course we hope someday to breed them together and get bumblebees. But that's way down the road. So, there's them. I don't know why they're not on the warm side of the tank right now. And the reason I have such a large water dish in there for small snakes, not for them to soak, but more for not spilling, because I was noticing how many of them would spill their waters and how annoying it was to clean it up all the time. So here's a normal, and he's basking. This is this is a female, actually, Lily. Not quite breeding size yet or anything, but yeah, one of our first ones. So always have a special spot for her. Yeah, and the reason none of these have anything in them was we just moved everybody over here, and all their stuff needed to be cleaned from where they were. So yeah, that's why there's nothing really in here yet. But we're working on it, trying to get everything cleaned and replaced. Sometimes this rack is okay, and he has to put them back in. Here's another normal. I'm gonna stop taking them out because it's a pain. This is Scar. We call him Scar because he has this little scar on his forehead, and I'm sure it's from someone that wasn't thinking and put a live rat in there that bit him. But he kind of looks just like the female because they're both normals, pretty much exactly the same. So, yep. So there is Tiger Paris, this is Lily, and this is Scar. And my phone is ringing, but I'm not going to answer it. Sorry, I put it in noise here. Who's this? So here is Lester, a Lesser Platinum. Probably one of our favorites just because it's kind of rare around here, at least, you know. But yeah, we didn't know at first if it was a Lesser Platinum or what it was exactly. But everyone has kind of confirmed for us that it is a Lesser Platinum. I mean, it could have been a Mojave because they look so similar, but yep. Hopefully you can see the colors good enough in the video. But not very old also, but I want to get them eaten, so hopefully that'll help. So, yep. There's that. And here is kind of like a rescue project we have, but definitely needs to have more time spent with him because he's a little crazy. So hopefully I can get him out without getting bit or anything. So there he is. This is the biggest one we have. So strong. But just a normal. May not seem that big in the video, but believe me, I'll stretch him out a little bit. Didn't strike, but see how quick this one moves for some reason. So I'm gonna put him back in so I don't get bit. I'm gonna spend more and more time with him each day, and hopefully that's gonna fix it up a little bit. And then what we got here. Oh, so this is our first Pastel Mail. We call him Comet. And right now he's in shed. So he doesn't look as good as usual, but still gorgeous nonetheless. And he's getting bigger and bigger. There's all the yellow.
God, he's so good.
So hopefully after he sheds, we'll make another video for some reason. Maybe a feeding video or something. And you guys can see him better. And this one is another rescue, and unfortunately, he got burned from neglectful owners. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the video, but there's this like glossy, dry looking streak down his whole back, and that's where he got burned, like all the way down his body. So very, very sad. I'm pretty sure he's just a normal, but there's so much brown and light brown spots. I don't know if that would be a sign for some kind of morph, but whatever. And the very, very short tail. I mean, none of our snakes have it just like that, so really interesting. But that's that one. And down here are two boas, and they're completely intertwined right now. So, whichever one comes out first, I'll talk about first. Okay, so here's our albino boa call strain, not the sharp strain, but everyone that we show loves it and says it's so gorgeous. And I mean, the tail is really bright red. It looks awesome. And
He's just a baby.
yeah, just a baby still. We really hope to get him going big soon, so we can start thinking about feeding. I mean, about breeding. Sorry. And then this is Daisy, and she is the one we've had the longest out of all the ones in the rack. And you can't really tell right now because she might be going in a shed or something, but the tail is just, it stands out so gorgeous. I mean, it's so silky and just looks great. It might be an anery because it doesn't have the normal colors of most boas, so I don't know, we hope for it. Because there's no real red in it at all, you know what I mean? Like, it's just tan and brown, so I don't know, we hope for it. But, she's a really good eater, and she's growing pretty fast compared to the other ones. So, time for the last drawer. And this is kind of one we just got recently. And I kind of want to keep dabbling in new snakes that we've never had before. So each time we get a chance to get like maybe a carpet or a Borneo or a blood or whatever, we'd love to get into it. So here's our Burmese, and pretty sure it's just a normal Burmese. And get excited thinking that it could get like 22, 25 feet or whatever, like people say, but we also don't want it to get 22 feet because then it's impossible to really enjoy. So then it's all difficult from then on. So we try and monitor his eating so he doesn't just start growing and growing exponentially. But some of my notes about these, the skin just feels incredible. I mean, it's way different than the other snakes for some reason. Maybe it's that they're usually in the water, so it's kind of evolved over time or something. But there you go. There's the snakes from our rack. And maybe we'll do another video sometime if you guys want to. We'll get out the 2 big boas and you can see them. But they're just so big and kind of a pain in the butt that it's like a 2-person job, so. Anyways, there you go.